Hello everyone. In this video I will be talking about the hidden curriculum and its implication on our emerging bilinguals, our bilingual students in our classroom. So I was unaware of the hidden curriculum term. When I researched what the hidden curriculum was, it made total sense because it's the other side of the teaching, which is the social aspect of education. So it's kind of not what you teach, but how you teach it. And then more importantly, how you're teaching it to whom? Your students, in this case, being the second language learners. So we mainly preoccupy ourselves with academic subjects in our curriculums, but then there's also the hidden norms and values and procedures about how we go about teaching such things. So depending what kind of a person you are, that's going to kind of show in how you're educating your students. So like you have to have cultural sensitivity. You need to be culturally competent about your students and how you're teaching them, who you're teaching, so that you are sensitive to the approaches that they may need in their learning styles. So like for example, when I was growing up, I had white teachers in my school district that what they were trying to teach me about English language, right? But they didn't really know how to address my accent. That was something that I had to learn how to remedy on my own. And then there's other cultural issues such as like, you know, what do you have for Thanksgiving? Well, there's no Thanksgiving, the Hispanic holidays. So when we would have those difficult conversations in the classroom, when they would ask people, what did you do for your vacation? It's very difficult to kind of like put in your input to that conversation when it was a lot different than everybody else is in the classroom. So when your teacher is asking you questions like that, they need to be like culturally sensitive about how they're asking those questions, and then not only that, about how they're receiving your answer, because body language and facial features and all that stuff, when you're talking about it, says a lot to the speaker about how the listener is receiving that information. So if me as a person is trying to tell you like something that means a lot to me culturally or something like that, and you as a listener are maybe not taking much interest or showing confusion, then that means that there's kind of a little bit of disconnect between how we're trying to meet each other. But then again, there's also like very positives in the hidden curriculum, because it has to do with the norms and the values and procedures about the way you conduct your classroom. So it's like a huge classroom environment, leading to like personal feelings of either inclusion or exclusion for your emerging bilinguals. Maybe they might either feel valued based on how you bring them to the conversation, and or they might feel degraded based on how you act or react to their personal stories or anecdotes, or just sometimes, because when you're teaching, something you're teaching them is always going to remind them of something, and they might want to tell you about it, and it's up to you about how you give them that worth. Like, is it worth it to have you tell me a little bit about yourself? Maybe it'll make you a little more conducive to want to learn in my classroom, which students must feel cared for. They must not feel neglected. And so we need to be very culturally sensitive, we need to be culturally competent, and we need to just be able to work with our students in the classroom so that we can make them feel welcomed, because ultimately it's up to us to be the vessels for teaching our children and just giving them all of that education that they're going to need to be successful in their future. Thank you.